What's good, everybody? It's Big Game James. I'm back here in the building, man. I'm going to talk a little bit of this Jerry Jones. It was just on my heart. I was just thinking about it. It was in my head, man. I just wanted to speak on it right quick before I jump off of here. But Jerry Jones was just in the media again. And, I don't really listen to him in the media and don't listen to him talk. Um, but I feel like what he be saying, he be really feeling. Like people just throw it off like, oh, he just in the media trying to get money. Yes, that's one of the reasons. But a lot of stuff he be talking in that media be real. And I'm gonna say I'm gonna say this again. And I know people might be like, "Oh, bro, you tripping?" That's cool. You can say this video is a conspiracy theory video. You can say this video is a video of me on some other making what they say low fruit hanging, low fruit, whatever you want to call this video. That's cool. Matter of fact, if I'm wrong on what I say right here, I will make another video and eat crow all day. Like, I don't have no problem with saying it. Y'all can talk shit to me all day. Just kind of keep it a little respectful when if you talk trash to me if the Cowboys ever get to a Super Bowl again before I die. They don't got to win a Super Bowl. Just get to it. Let me see it. They get to one. Why I die? Because I said they ain't going to get to one. No more. Why they are owning it, and they're always going to own it. So I ain't going to see no more Super Bowls, in my opinion. And this is some of the reasons why. Dallas has talent. They've been had talent. They've been had talent this whole damn 25 years since they won a Super Bowl. But there's something that keeps on going wrong. And we always keep looking at the field, the coaches. There's always a failure. There's always a choke. I don't care what Stephen A. Smith says. He says there's an accident waiting to happen. Why is that? Why is it always an accident waiting to happen? Why does it always happen? There's got to be a reason for that. People always just go back to the players and the coaches. It's got to be something bigger than that. Because there's been plenty of talent to win championships here. Plenty. So why is it not happening? I feel like it's that stuff that's going on. And when I see stuff like this, because I'm going to play this interview, and to me it's real. And I know he's 80 years old, about to be 80, which is crazy to me. General manager, talking all the time in the media. Nobody takes Dallas serious. That's another reason why they lose, because teams don't take Dallas serious. Because your owner is doing that. And that's what I mean. You can have the talent and your coaching can be good, but when the ownership is acting weird, and we've seen it time and time again with other teams, when the ownership is bad, or it's just because they have money don't mean it's bad, not bad ownership. Just because they're one of the richest organizations out there, or they're worth $8 billion and they're the number one, doesn't mean they're not still running bad things. Yes, they're doing it right on the business tip, but it could still be fundamentally wrong on the football side, and that's why it falls short, in my opinion. And when I hear interviews like this, and I'm like, that's real. What he's saying is real. And before I get to what Jerry Jones said today, once again, I don't feel like they really sincerely believed in Dak. I think they always believed in Romo, and Dak just took it. And the team took a hold of Dak, and they didn't take a hold of Romo. And the Joneses aren't stupid. They're going to do damage control. They're going to get the beat and vibe of their team. And if that team was vibing with Dak, and there could have been a mutiny there, like, I feel like they didn't want that, especially when Romo was already getting hurt time and time again. If it was a situation where Romo wasn't getting hurt all the time, no, I don't think Dak would have took his spot. I think it was the fact that it was the twilight, and this is just me, that it was the fact it was the twilight of his career, and he was about done anyway because he's been hurt like multiple years. Every single year, his body was breaking down. Another big injury. It was like, this is kind of the right thing to do, and he's playing good. The team loves him. It makes sense. But if Romo was still in good years, no, I don't think Dak would have took his spot. Dak would have went to the bench because they love Romo. And I don't know if they truly believed in Dak. And I'm going to keep saying that. That's what I feel in my heart. I don't feel like they truly believed in Dak. They liked what he did, and he came up. And you'll see what he said. He said, nobody thought the impossible. And you think he's just saying that? And Ezekiel Elliott says, oh, don't listen to Jerry. He just saying that for marketing. Y'all be falling into that stuff. He just be saying that for marketing. Yeah, okay, no, y'all be falling into that because y'all know what y'all been around him, and y'all know what to say to make the fans not trip. Because what he's saying, he ain't just saying that just to say that. Like I said, he a Libra. His birthday 2 days before mine. I know that brain. I'm telling you, I do. What I be saying on Jerry a lot of times be right. Because I be knowing that mindset and that thought pattern. And when he be saying stuff like this, what he's about to say, I be feeling like it's real. And let Cooper Rush win 5 in a row. Let Cooper Rush beat not just the Giants and the Washington Commanders. Let Cooper Rush beat the Rams and the Eagles before Dak comes back. You don't think there's going to be a real live controversy? Okay, come back in this video and tell me if Dallas wins all those games, especially if they win them handily against the Eagles. I think it's in Philly. Is it in Philly? If they win in Philly, I think it's in L.A. I think if they win both of those games with Cooper Rush and Dak is still out, you best believe there's going to be some talk in that front office. You best believe, because I've already said before 2 weeks ago on the Final Word and multiple other shows that if this offense, which didn't look good when Dak in week 1, and Cooper Rush wins a game, and if he continues to win games in this offense and it looks efficient and is doing things, oh, yeah, there's going to be chatter in that front office. They're going to be like, well, why do we pay him all that money when he's getting it done for cheaper and we're winning? Stephen Jones already said, well, when you're paying the quarterback that money, he was already saying, balking at that. Oh, and one other thing. Stephen Jones ain't never trumping Jerry Jones. Okay? So when Jerry Jones is talking, oh, Stephen's running out. Yeah, he might be because Jerry's allowing it. Because he's still in his right mind enough to say, I'm allowing you to do it. But don't be thinking Stephen Jones is running this over Jerry. No, he's allowing that, because if Jerry jumps in there and says, I'm running this, Stephen ain't saying jack, nothing. But when we're going back to this, I just don't feel like and believe in all of this. And if, like I said, I'm not trying to create a controversy. This is what I just really feel in my heart, and it's just in my heart right now. And I'm going to stop talking. After he says this, you can say what you want. I'll make the video. You can come back and clap back at me. That's fine. I don't care. I'm not scared of it. But this is why you shouldn't be believing this stuff, and this is why Dallas keeps losing and won't go nowhere. Okay, hold on.
Of course I would.
Okay.
Of course that means we'd won if it comes.
Hold on.
So you'd want that? You'd want that controversy?
Of course I
Jerry
would.
Jones.
Okay.
Of
By
course
Cooper
that
Rush.
means we'd won if it comes in here and played as well as Prescott played. Rush played that well over these next games ahead. I'd walk New York to get there.
Do you think he can do that?
Well, I don't know that, but I would. You can't find on record where I said I thought Dak Prescott could do it.
You hear that? You said
When he had the when he
you
stepped
find on
in,
record.
that
Well,
was
you ain't think had on record. I think he could do that.
So you'd want that? You'd want that controversy?
Of course I would.
Okay.
Of course that means we'd won if it comes in here and played as well as Prescott played. Rush played that well.
Okay, so let me go to the other one. No, you can say what you want. Listen to this. Say what you want.
Okay, wouldn't it be something if you had a dilemma as to which way you go? You do that if he gets 10 wins. Same thing that happened with Prescott. I think like that.
So you'd want that? You'd want that controversy?
Of course I would.
Okay.
Of course that means we'd won if it comes in here and played as well as Prescott played.
This is
Rush
kind of rewind,
played
but
that
this is
well
a whole thing
over
of
these
it.
next games ahead. I'd walk New York to get there.
Send
Do
this
you
other
think he
one.
can do that?
Well, I don't know that, but okay, wouldn't something if you,
Hold on.
of course, as well as Prescott
Hold on.
over these next games ahead.
Listen to this part, though. I'm going to rewind it.
I'd walk New York to get there.
Do you think he can do that?
Well, I don't know that.
He said, well, I don't know that. He said, I'll walk to New York. And I understand what he's saying. Yeah, I love that controversy. Cooper Rush winning all these games. Now we got controversy because we in the media, we winning, everybody's happy, and that's what it is. I like the controversy, but you know what? Dak's going to go back at quarterback. Here's the thing. If you were really on Dak and not trying to play to the controversy and not trying to be in the media and not trying to be about the media and the clown show and about the show, you would kill that. But like, okay, yeah, it's controversy. Controversy is going to be everywhere anytime you got a backup quarterback. This is what I feel like you should have said as the owner or general manager, because I'm going to let this finish. Yeah, there's controversy all the time. Anytime a backup quarterback, there's always going to be controversy, especially if he's winning games. But there's no controversy here. He win games. Prescott gets better. As soon as Prescott get better, he's the starter. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's just what it is. Prescott's our starter. Cooper Rush is going to go back to the bench, and we're going to appreciate what Cooper Rush did, and we're going to keep on trucking and move this train. That's real easy to say that, right? And why, as an owner, if I'm a quarterback, I don't care if you just saying that, that's just Jerry. That's what y'all just be thinking is just Jerry. See, y'all better start paying attention. It ain't just Jerry. He's really talking. Oh, that's just Jerry. And the next thing you know, you on waivers. Keep on thinking that. He said, I don't know about that, but this is what he says right here.
But I would, you can't find on record where I said I thought Dak Prescott could do it.
He said, you can't go on record where you thought I said Dak Prescott could do it. So basically, he was saying when Romo was here, I didn't think Dak could do it either. But he did it, and here we are. But let's keep going.
When he stepped in and had the chance to do that, but he did it.
Realistically, though, Rush won't have those 10 games. It'll be shorter than that.
Well, of course, we want Dak to be here next week.
He said, of course we want Dak here to be next week. Next week, that's why, number one, Dak's not going to be there next week, I don't think. This is like at least, it's not. He broke his hand. He's not going to be there next week. So it's longer than that. That's when that little slip of the age. It's just what it is. No big deal. But, of course, we want – of course. And you can say I'm reading into it, reading the words. That's fine. I don't care. I am reading into this because I just told you our signs are the same. And I am reading this because I feel like this is strong energy. You really need to hear what's going on here. And I feel like it's going to prelude to things in the future. Just like when we were talking about Amari Cooper, it wasn't blowing smoke in people's butt when we were talking about ahead of time that things about to happen. And they did. So listen to these things because people don't pay attention to these things and just worry about the field and what's going on in the field, and that's great. I love worrying about what's going on in the field. But this kind of stuff is what I keep my eye on as well because when I hear this stuff, that's where it starts. It trickles down, and then it goes to the field, and then things mess up. But here what he says.
That's the thing. You do.
That's the thing.
But Dak and I want Rush to lead a team to a victory here and get another win and get another win. And that's the only way to look at it. Looking back when Dak was playing instead of Tony, it was game by game.
Why are you even talking about that, though? See what I'm saying? Like, people saying, oh, he just doing this for controversy. Why? See, that's the problem. You shouldn't do your quarterback like that. And the team, it just accepts, oh, that's just Jerry. That's not good when y'all just say that's your owner. He pays your checks. He's giving you the money. Like he makes the final say. And y'all just gonna say, oh, that's just Jerry. And he's talking like this. See, y'all, I don't care what y'all say. I'll pay attention to that. You saying that, oh, that's just Jerry. He just talking. Listen what he's talking about though. That's just him talking. He bringing up Romo. Yeah, he just ain't got nothing to do with no Romo. Just talk about, okay, he's playing good. We want him to play good. Of course, we want him to win. Who wants your backup to lose? We want him to win. When he comes, that's why kept him here because we know he knows the offense. We knows what he's doing. That's why we brought him in here. So he comes in, he wins the games, and then once that gets better, he's our quarterback going forward, and that's what it is. Next question. But no, he doesn't do that, and it's not just from marketing. It's just because that's what he's really feeling in his heart. That's not just saying something because he's just saying it. No, it's not. You don't just say things like that. No, it's not. And if you're just saying it to say it, why are you doing your quarterback like that? I don't want my owner just saying stuff just to say it because it's just cool. And just say, blow it off like, oh, that's just my owner. No, I'm not.
It wasn't the long look we had after.
It wasn't a long look. It was game by game, play by play with Dak and Romo.
It was actually play by play, almost series by series. So do I think that it's possible for Rush to come in here and play at a level to win games the way Prescott did when he took over for Romo? Yes, I do.
The way that way Dak took over for Romo, yes, I do. Okay. I can understand you giving your backup a vote of confidence, make him feel good about himself, but why you keep on mentioning Dak and Romo?
Yes, I do. I certainly think that's possible.
But is it possible that Cooper could play well enough that when Dak's ready to go, Dak won't go because Cooper's played so well?
He gave them a specific question on purpose. That wasn't a question on accident. He gave that question on purpose to see what Jerry Jones would say. Okay, yeah, we hear you. Absolutely, we believe Cooper Rush can. That's what you're always going to say as an owner. No, we're not asking you this question. I'm asking you the question is, if Dak is ready and Rush is winning, is it possible that Dak stays on the bench when Rush has still been winning? That's what I want to know.
Well, it was impossible, ostensibly, that Prescott could play that well and keep Romo out of the.
You hear what he said? He said it was impossible. Nobody thought Dak was ever going to take Romo's spot. Nobody. It was impossible. Nobody. That's what he's saying. Nobody thought that. So it was impossible. You didn't believe it could happen with Romo and Dak and Romo, didn't you? That's what he's just saying to us. And people just blow that off. Oh, he's just talking. He said it was impossible. That's real what he's saying. Well, it was impossible with Dak taking Romo's spot. Nobody thought that would ever happen, but it did. So don't think it's impossible for Cooper Rush to stay the quarterback over Dak Prescott.
Championship game.
Kept him from a championship game. I don't know what the hell he's talking about now. And he said going against the Rodgers and whatever. So basically he's saying, who was saying let's keep Dak in there? Because was he chirping let's put Romo back in for the playoffs? Because that's what I'm hearing. That's when he was the rookie and nobody thought he was taking over because he's talking about the 2016. He's talking about the championship. So he must have thought they were going to the Super Bowl. Romo was better. So was it Stephen Jones? Who was it to say let's put Dak and keep Dak in there? Because it sounds like he wanted to keep Romo in there. And the reason why it didn't happen is because we kept that rookie in there and we should have had Romo in there going against veterans. I don't know. Listen to it.
Whenever other team in the tournament had a Rodgers or out of the championship, out of the Rush, ostensibly that Prescott could play that well and keep Romo out of the championship game. Whenever other team in the tournament had a Rodgers or had a seasoned veteran, excellent quarterback, nobody went in that year with a rookie, but us.
Okay.
Wouldn't it be something?
Sorry. So that's from what I'm hearing, he just said was we had a veteran quarterback in Romo who was healthy, and Dak did his job, and we should have went back to Romo in them playoffs because nobody else had a rookie in the playoffs, and we started a rookie, and we was going against Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs. We should have had Romo starting in that game. That's what it felt like it said to me. Sorry, that's just what I got. I got all that in my heart. And he's just talking. Really, folks? He's just talking. I'm just speaking this out of nowhere just because that sounds like real feelings. So it sounds like he never wanted to make the switch. So it sounds like I don't know if you really ever believed in Dak. And he's been playing good, so okay, and he's young, okay. Like maybe everybody's trying to spin Dak to you, and you're like, okay. Because remember, before they were signing Dak, they said he was going through the business. Dak's our guy, right? Sound like he thought he had a championship and didn't happen because they kept a rookie in there. And everybody's always talking about, they're always talking about Dak's money. Stephen Jones. Well, when you're paying the quarterback, so I don't know who's telling to keep Dak. I don't know. And that's why I said, And I'm going to end it in this, just my thoughts and feelings. There's a reason why this doesn't win, and Dallas can't get over the hump and beat these elite teams when they should, because they have the talent to beat them. They're just as good, if not better. Those things like this, you're in the media, and everybody says that's low-hanging fruit. It's easy to blame the Joneses. They're just messing up plays. They're doing not blocking. I get that. I totally understand that. Please, that doesn't. I know the field work, but when you have these things, these players are not robots. They look and watch these things. And this guy is signing your checks and saying these type of things about your quarterback, your team, and he does have an influence on plays, play calling. I say he does, in my opinion. Why wouldn't he? He's Jerry Jones. You're going to tell him no if he comes downstairs and says, start running this play, or I like that play, or I like this player playing this way. Who's going to tell him no? Please tell me. What coach is? I want to hear it. So, this is why I feel like it fails. That top stuff trickles down into the coaching, into the playing, all of it. That's what I feel. And when I hear stuff like that, I just feel like, yep, that's just a clown show to me. Because if you really believe in your quarterback, I don't think in my heart, if Romo was playing, he would have said that about Romo. Just me. I'm not trying to make this a Dak Romo thing again. He's bringing it up, not me. I didn't bring him up. He brought him up instantly. He kept talking about Romo. So that's why it happens the way it is. And that's why. And here's the thing, y'all. Once again, I'm not mad at this. I am emotionally detached. Like I said, I love my team, but I'm not in love with my team because of things like this. So I don't get mad. I just like to speak on it because I see what it is, and it's funny. I'm just going to call it out instead of always used to being quiet about it and just going along with it and be like, it's okay. Dallas is going to win. We're going to do this. F you, Cowboys all day, Cowboys all life. I ain't hearing none of it. No, I woke up. So when I see these type of things, I just like, I'm going to speak on them now. Before I used to just be quiet and just roll with the thing. Now I'm not. And I wanted to speak on it before because I felt like, I'll be the fake fan. Feel me? I don't care if anybody thinks I'm the fake fan. No, because I feel like this is some of the reasons why there's the downfall and the failures and the slip-ups and the train wrecks and the accidents and blah, blah, blah that always seem to befuddle Dallas out of nowhere. How does that happen? There's other things bigger than that, just like in your life. You might do things and you want to like, why is this happening now? Because you did things earlier. I know. And I'm looking at my own life. Things can happen with me later in my life because I did things before. And we wonder, why is that happening? Because what you did is me. So it's all the same thing. So I'm not excluding myself from it, but it's real. And I feel like that's why these things happen with this team. And I feel like that's why there's going to be those failures until those changes. And I still see the same thing that's been happening for the last 10, 15 years, saying the same thing in these media. And I don't see where you're backing your number one quarterback. If you believe in Dak Prescott and your offense, this quarterback, well, you wouldn't say that at all. You would kill the controversy. And if you're doing this for the sake of controversy and the sake that you want to say in the media, I would say that's just a straight disrespect me to say you don't care about me as a player because you're willing to throw me up out there like I'm not even a good player, that Cooper Rush could possibly take my spot and just play the game with it for the media. No, I feel like if I'm your guy, you would not even speak on something like that, and you would kill it and make me feel good that when I jump back in the lineup, this is my team, not stuff like that. That doesn't make me feel like this is my team. And that if you're doing that for controversy, then that's why this is a clown show, and that's